Report reaching the Lunch Club indicates that a popular Nigerian socialite who calls herself the tech queen, Sapphire Egbamisi, has been arrested in the Bronx in the United States of America. This lady and her co-Ghanaian conspirator, who is said to be the kingpin behind this enterprise, Samuel Kwadwo Osei. They both face more than 60 years in American jail if they are convicted. Good morning. The Lunch Club brings you the latest update about the daily lived experiences of immigrants in the diaspora. If you want to stay informed about what is happening about immigrants in the diaspora, this is the place to be. Frank is my name. For those showing my face for the first time, we share content to inform and educate our audience. If you see any value in this content, kindly support this channel by hitting the like button as we dive into this story of how this beautiful Nigerian who is gifted, Sapphire, fell from grace to grass. There are valuable lessons that can be learned from this money story. Sapphire, it has been reported, spent some time in Ghana. That is where she met Samuel Kwadwo Osei. They met in Ghana many years ago when Sapphire was in Ghana. After Sapphire left Ghana, she moved to Cambridge in the United Kingdom, where she lived before she was arrested. Sapphire, it has been reported that this lady, she is a girl that is blessed with abundant talent. There is nothing in computer that this beautiful lady cannot do with her hand. Sadly, the skill that she has, which she is supposed to use for the betterment of herself and the world, she has now misused that skill. This Sapphire and Samuel, they came together and they set up one of the most organized and powerful criminal enterprise that has ever emerged from West Africa. They say Ghanaians and Nigerians, they do not cooperate. You can see now that Ghanaians and Nigerians, they are using their talent to come together. But sadly, it is for the wrong reason. Let me know what your views are, whether you have any sympathy for Sapphire and Samuel, who could be spending the next 60 years in a Kentucky prison in America. The way they operated, they set up a fictitious website, a fake website. What this website was doing is that the website is for Americans will go on this website thinking that it is the government website. They will then put their details in the website. Once they put their details on this website, Sapphire and Samuel will then harvest their information. Once they harvest these people's information, they will then use this information that they have harvested to then collect their details. In fact, these people, you and I, we are not immune from them. A lot of us go into different websites searching for information. You could be going into a website that has been set up by Sapphire and her paymaster, Samuel Kwadwo Osei. They then also set up a website where they harvested information of the US government. They then used this information to create a monster spies where they were then using this to then transfer money to different accounts. It has been reported that Sapphire money was transferred. Text message evidence shows that 965,000 American dollars was reported to be transferred to one Bank of America account, which Sapphire and Samuel coordinated. Another 330,000 American dollars in 2 operations that these guys, only 2 operations, they were able to harvest more than 1.2 million American dollars. These guys run this operation successfully. It has been reported that Samuel is not tech savvy. He's the brain behind it. But when it comes to the technology side, Sapphire Egbemasi is the one that heads the tech operation of this group. He had the tech operation. When it comes to the time for them to bring the tech out, they will then hand over the business to Sapphire, who will then take care of the tech side of the business. She then she was the one that runs the transfer. After Sapphire and Kwame have successfully laundered millions to their bank account, Sapphire then decided to disguise her criminal enterprises. She did not want anybody to ever suspect that she was doing anything that is not good. She then went to do internship with British Petroleum, H&M, and Zara. You can ask yourself, is this girl who is only 27 years old, is this girl that has opportunity to do internship with British Petroleum, some of the biggest fashion company, she has all this talent. Why did she have to then pull herself into this? A girl who can get internship with British Petroleum, you have to be smart for you to get that opportunity. That wasn't enough for our sister Sapphire. She was doing all this to conceal her identity, to disguise her identity, because she did not want people to put their eyes on her. She was traveling to luxury locations in Portugal, Greece, and other places, living a flamboyant life. Meanwhile, her master, Samuel Kwadwo Osei, is said to have owned loads of expensive mansion in Accra area. This guy is said to be, is well connected. And they said the way this brother splashes money, report has that the way this brother splashes money, you will think that he has a printing machine in his house, not knowing that it is other people's sweat. Some of the people that they've taken their money, some of these people, they have ended up committing suicide out of frustration that they have lost their life savings. Meanwhile, Samuel and Sapphire, the 2 of them, they were still living at large. What they didn't know is that around 2002, the FBI have been on the lookout for them. Samuel was the one that was first of all arrested in America. Sapphire was in New York, Bronx of all places. That is where she was finally nabbed. She was surprised when the FBI told her that you are under arrest. And she said, for what? They said, my dear, we have been trailing you for a long time. And they presented the text message evidence, which shows that she was part of this gang, and she was communicating with Samuel and others, where they were saying, yes, job done, let's move on to the next client. The FBI have said that there could be other people who would be arrested. They are still reviewing their file. If you know anyone who is connected to Sapphire Egbemasi and Samuel Kwadwo Osei, kindly tell them that their days are numbered. Not all that glitters are gold. Those who saw this beautiful girl and Samuel spray money and they say they want to go kill themselves, that they don't have hope. My brother and sister, where did all this thing lead to? Do you have any sympathy for Sapphire and Samuel? Do you think that 60 years is enough for the crime that they have committed? Because the FBI have said that these 2 people, they will be going in for a long time. Sapphire, she's only 27 years. If she had 20 years to her prison sentence, she will still come up before she's 50. But Samuel is likely to go in for 40 years according to the FBI. Let me know whether you have any sympathy for these two people or you think that justice has been done. If you see any value in this content, kindly support this channel by smashing the like button. Leave your comment in the comment section whether you have any sympathy for Samuel and Sapphire. At least those who always say it's only Nigerian that commit fraud. We are seeing the Ghanaian campaign now. I'll be back online this afternoon to share the story of another Ghanaian who has just been arrested. His own is even worse than the one that I'm sharing with you now. Continue to support this channel and don't forget to subscribe.